Welcome to Cooking Stuff with Starla and Yee, where you'll be learning how to make restaurant quality dishes with fresh, simple ingredients. Again, welcome back for our Italian beefs today. We're going to be using some Italian bread, some oregano, basil, black pepper, our Cooking Stuff with Starla House seasoning, as well as a zesty Italian salad dressing, onion powder, bay leaf, fresh minced garlic, a little beef broth, and then some bottom round roast here. After you've got everything in there, you're simply just gonna put on the lid and we're just gonna let that broth start heating up while we give our roast a nice little sear here. I've got my heat on high for this pan, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put my beef on the fat side down because that's what I'm trying to sear here. And we're just gonna sear some of that fat off just for a little while. This is gonna cook in my crock pot for quite some time, so it's not like you're trying to cook it through. We're just gonna sear a little bit of this fat here. And as you see, it's all seasoned with some of our house seasoning as well as some of our herbs, and all that seasoning that we put into our broth is going to go very well and penetrate the meat during the cooking process as well, so it'll definitely have some flavor for this one. Got a nice sear on here, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in the crock pot, and that is all for preparation. We're going to go ahead and let it cook after that. Now we go ahead and just put this lid on, and we are gonna let this cook for probably about 5 to 6 hours in here on high. Or if you want to do it overnight, you can also do it for about 10 to 11 hours and just put it on when you go to sleep or when you're going to work, and you can put it on low if you're gonna cook it for longer. But now we wait. All right, y'all, it has been cooking, as you can see. Now, some of the veggies that you see in here, which are all optional, all Italian beef doesn't have these veggies in there. That's why I listed them as optional. But just so you know, that's a little onion and a little red pepper in there. Now, this has been cooking overnight. I'm still gonna cook it for probably another hour here, but for the last hour, I wanted to show you the onions and peppers I put previously, so that flavor can cook throughout and that the flavor will be in the broth and the meat. And these peppers I am adding right now because I don't want these to get too mushy. I want them to kind of stay whole so I can put them on top of my sandwich. And if you don't like veggies, just skip this step and move right along. This is also a good time to taste your broth and adjust your salt as necessary. The rest of your herbs and spices in there should be fine because you measured those out and you followed the directions. But I always say salt to taste because everyone likes a little more or a little less salt. So make sure that you are at least tasting so that your au jus comes out really good. So I know that I started off showing you the loaf, but right now I'm going to use the individual. Eventually I'm going to use both of these methods, but this loaf is a little better if you're preparing this recipe for a crowd, and this one is a little better if we are doing individual portions. I added a little bit of red bell pepper as well as green pepper to my Italian beef, which was optional. If you don't like pepper, don't put it in there. But now I am just going to add my cheese to each of these. And I'm going to be pretty generous with each one because I like cheese. So if you don't, just take it a little easy on it. If you do, do it the same as you see me doing right now. What I'm going to do with these Italian beefs is I'm just going to set these in the oven, which I have set on broil right now. I'm going to use that broil feature for about 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure you pay attention to these while you are preparing them because they will cook very fast.